now. All right. I started boxing. I started competing probably about 8, 9, but I started training at around I want to say Vaughn 6, 7, whatever the fuck the case be. If you don't know, like I said, my grandmother was a school teacher. It's very important I tell you the back does. It's gonna make sense in a minute. My grandmother was a school teacher. Very, even though we lived in the projects, my grandmother was very family orientated. We didn't have to live in the projects. You know what I mean? Not saying my grandmother was rich, but and it's crazy when you live in housing and go according to your income. You know what I mean? Just because you live in, you know what I mean? Say if our rent would have been $700, but some of the rent would have been $1. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean. But she chose Liddy because a lot of my family is down there. So with that
Right.
being said, a lot of the things that I did in life, growing up, I didn't have to do. Just follow what I'm saying, right? You know what I mean. But the street, like I'll give you an example. My uncle was 13 years older than me, but he's more like my brother than my uncle. Like, I don't have any siblings, so we grew up like more like brothers. You know what I mean? Than actually my uncle, right? He grew up to be a cop. Me, I wanted to be the biggest gangster girl in the world, right? That was just my thing, right? But again, with that being said, so when I was, my mom used to get, fuck around, right? Get high, whatever, right? And, probably once she had me, I what you call had a, now they call it ADHD and all this other shit, right? I used to be bouncing off walls. I had so much energy. So my grand, you know what I mean? My grandmother didn't want me medicated, so shout out to her. So she had me in gymnastics, karate, and boxing, fucking 7 days a week. You know what I mean? Literally. You know what I mean? With all that excess
Mm-hmm.
energy she's had me. So anyway, there was a gym. Let me just turn this down. There was a gym on on Bergen Street in Newark, called First Class Gym on Bergen Street in Newark, right? Now, back then, even my father, all the Muslims in, not say all, but just about all the Muslims in Newark were the Nation of Islam. You know what I mean? You go to jail, you know what I mean? And again, you have Islam, you have Sunni, the Nation of Islam. If you don't know, that was like which again, I'm not, shout out to Farrakhan, Elijah Muhammad, those guys, for black people to get themselves together, but they put the religions, like the Black Panther, pro-black shit on top of the religion. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you get all these old school cats and shit, come home from jail, most of the Nation of Islam. That was the thing to be, right? So, I'm from North, you know what I mean? So I say that to say this, right? The owner of the gym was Mr. Shabazz, right? And
Mm-hmm.
you ever see like them old school cats that be like, like, what I mean? You can tell like they ain't play no games, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he's always, I mean, not saying he was mean, always right up to me, you know what I mean? Yeah, but get over there, boy. Do what you got to do. Like he, the man, he type motherfucker walk like decent. He had an aura, he had a presence. He type motherfucker would walk in the room and like you know what I mean, would like demand respect or something, right? Mr. Shabazz, right? Who was married?
Right.
Who was married? I think her name was Karen Kelly. But anyway, they owned the gym on Berkeley, and this guy had a lot of juice, a lot of pull. So I would see Don King or Felix Trinidad because I would say this for the boxing to be big, like a big sport, is very small. Believe it or not, you know what I mean. But they will come up, you know what I mean, and on Bergen Street to work out, with the kids. Not to say, but just some. They had other fighters before them, but I'm just giving some that you may know, right? But anyway, make a long
Yeah.
story short, so you may not remember they had a magazine called the Don Diva magazine or the Feds magazine.
Oh
That's
yeah.
basically when they would take all these street cats and and have them interview behind the wall. I wish I would have kept these magazines, like, you know what I mean.
They don't make
But
that anymore.
they
I thought
don't
they
do that. They
still.
know who really buys magazines online. But the guy that ran the Don Diva magazine name was Caviar Canero or whatever the fuck his name was. He got a YouTube channel now. I think he's down with that guy All Profit. They do them street like documentaries and shit about street guys, right? But everything's online. They don't really buy magazines. I wish I'd have kept the magazine. But so anyway, this is back in like either 2000, 2001. They interview what was his name? Shabazz something, 25, whatever his name was. One of the police quote unquote killers of Malcolm X, right? So during the interview, he was like, you know what I mean, that they sold hella smack. They were selling hella dope out the back of the mines. I wish I'd have kept the magazine. This was years ago, right? But anyway, they gave an interview, right? So this is back in like I want to say like 2000, 2001. Now, mind you, that same cat, Mister Shabazz and shit, he was now passed away. Heard, me getting old. I was a little boy, me getting older. Like no, Shabazz was a killer back in the day. You hear the story about the old cool cats, right? So when that magazine came out, right? I'm not gonna say this, but a person that I was close to, an older gentleman that used to train me, Like, Mr. Shabazz, they said he the one that, did that to Malcolm, right? I'm like, yeah, get the fuck out of here, right? Then I remember the feds picking him up. Now, what the feds picked him up for, I don't know. But it was around the time that interview came out in the Don Diva Feds magazine. You know what I mean? So it was a known around town, and especially with all the old cats. If you go back and watch that documentary, them old school cats still ain't got no love for Malcolm. I'm gonna tell you why, right? The high school that I went to was called Malcolm X Shabazz, formerly known as Southside. They still call that shit Southside. So this guy, this interviewer that's doing an interview, talking about who killed Malcolm X and his story and going around. And he came back to Newark, right? And they asked Cory, who Cory Booker is, the senator. They asked Ross Baraka, you know what I mean? And you can tell they get kind of, they just say, he was this, that, and the other. But they all know, it's how you say, it's an unknown thing. Like, that he was X, Y, and Z, right? But most people think, this is what I'm going to tell you the truth, right? Most people think that Malcolm got killed, right? Or they say, well, Farrakhan did, because Farrakhan, no, first of all, Malcolm was Farrakhan's teacher, had nothing to do with it. Farrakhan ain't had the juice like that back then, right? In the movie they portrayed, and I only got to do it for Hollywood, that, that Malcolm went to...
Hey, but I'm down, bro.
I got you.
I don't know Malcolm, what I was supposed to do there.
Nigga, no, shut the fuck up, nigga. That Malcolm went to Mecca and he found religion because Elijah Muhammad had a bunch of young women that were pregnant. His man, like 70, he had a bunch of young girls that was pregnant by him, right, or had babies by him. So, and in the movie they portrayed, like, he felt like that was just sitting heavily on Malcolm's conscience. And and he went to Mecca and he found that there was Muslims from all. No, and that's glorified for the movie. That's not really what happened, right? What got Malcolm shit pushed back, right? And hear me out what I'm telling you, right? It was because he was, and this is what happened, right? Elijah Muhammad, and again they had, they were making millions, right? You gotta realize black people really had that much money back then, and how they were making their money. Going back, they were selling a lot of smack and still doing a lot of illegal activity. You mind, these street niggas jokers coming out of jail, right? So Malcolm started publicly bad-mouthing. This would happen. This would start the rift, right? Now, you got to realize Elijah Muhammad was illiterate, right? What illiterate means you can't read or speak, the language or whatever the fuck. Illiterate can be taken for, a lot of way, but he couldn't basically read or write, right? And Malcolm was even though he was a street cat, was more well-versed, put his words together and drove the crowd. And a lot of people got jealous of that. And Malcolm liked it, but basically I'm the face of this shit. Now, you know how Farrakhan is? Farrakhan speak well and, he's captivating. That's how Malcolm was back then, Put his words together well slick. And he was basically, I ain't gonna lie, he brought the nation up to new heights. They would have him on TV. He would go to different colleges to speak. And he was well-spoken, right? Elijah couldn't do that. Elijah, again, wasn't well versed, but I'm gonna come again. So what happened was Elijah told Malcolm not to, when JFK got killed, right? Of course, they went with the crazy black guy Malcolm wants to say. He told him not to say nothing, basically bad about JFK, right? So Kennedy. So when he went on, gave the interview, he said basically the chickens come on the roost, like basically you reap what you sow. Like, America breeds killers, and they came back and basically, said something slick about JFK. It was all in the papers. So what happened was, Elijah Muhammad silenced him, so you couldn't speak publicly for X, Y, and Z, or whatever, right? You couldn't speak fucking publicly, right? So that started the feud. So anyway, but in the way the movie they portrayed this now, like, even in this interview. So what happened was, Malcolm was the head of the mosque. Number 7, I believe it was in Manhattan. So the home that he lived in was owned by the nation, right? Now he got 4 or 5 kids, right? And he left the nation, went to do his own thing. But Malcolm didn't have any money, right? Which was, I ain't gonna lie, which was kind of petty by Elijah Muhammad. But they took Malcolm to court and had him put out his house, right? And if you watch the documentary, you see him talking like, damn, you say, damn, you got this big old house in Arizona, this, that, and the other. And you want me put out, my family put out, this, that, and the other, right? I carried the nation for 12 years, this, that, and the other. Elijah Muhammad took him to court, sued him when he had to move out of that place. So even when you see him, that's when Malcolm became bitter, right? But this is what got Malcolm killed. The same very people that you spoke out against publicly, the white man, this, white, that, now you give information to the white man. about how the Nation of Islam are selling heroin, how they're pimping their prostitution, and motherfucker Malcolm names start coming up certain people paperwork, right? So Malcolm ain't get killed again. See, they don't really go into. I'm gonna give you the real. Malcolm ain't really get killed for him. They think because he was bad mouthing the minister and saying no, nah. No, it's because he started telling them about street shit that was going on, and you know what I mean. So even when they doing it, when you watch the documentary, it's kind of deep. You got the time. I believe, interviewing the cat in Philly, right? He said, "Yeah, man, you know, we got a problem. Where the killers come from North, right?" He said that in the interview, the documentary. What's North is known for breeding killers. You know what I mean? A lot of serious cats come from out of here, right? So, and so again, I said, you got killers everywhere, but you know what I mean. But back then, that's what put in the work. Going to the Goonie Squad, right? And like I said, my man, you know, God bless the dead. He's always been 100 with me though. You know, Mr. Shabazz and shit. Always been very kind to me. You know what I mean? But even like I said, had my man been living, but of the time of that documentary, you could say where he played it, he wouldn't have been in North asking that question. Like, yo, bro, they would even ask, like, yo, bro, anybody know him? Like, yo, man, let's sleep in dogs' leg. Like, people talk, like, say, Malcolm, he was great, man. But a lot of motherfuckers still hold a lot of disdain to him because Malcolm started running his mouth talking about a bunch of street shit. Even if you watch that TV show and put it together for you, what's that shit? The Godfather?
Godfather of Brooklyn.
Yeah, Harlem. Yeah,
Harlem. I said Brooklyn.
what's my man name? Forrest Whitaker. They
Yeah.
got the Nation in there, right?
Oh, I
But
gotta watch that.
but they don't really get in the tip. But I'm telling you, they was selling a lot of motherfucking smack. So like I said, even back to that interview with my man, William, Shabazz, whatever his name is, Shabazz 25th, number 25, whatever. He said in the interview, hey, you know what I mean? Because they locked up two other cats that had nothing to do with it. He got caught though. One of them, he got caught, whatever, he got shot. He got one of Malcolm bodyguards, or whatever, shot him in his leg, and they beat the hell out of him before the cops got there. But other two cats ain't had nothing to do with it. You know what I mean? And it's crazy. The other cats that went to jail, they knew what was going on, what was happening. The Nation didn't even take care of their family. So his shit gets deep. So that, I ain't gonna lie, put a black eye or black cloud over the Nation for a lot. Like, y'all motherfucking Nation killed Malcolm, right? But again, they think it's from him from bad mouthing Elijah Muhammad, which had nothing to do with it. So, of course, everybody know that. So even in like 85, I think around 94, 95, one of Malcolm X's daughters tried to hire a hitman to kill Farrakhan. The FBI went to Farrakhan with that shit, right? I remember this shit. It was like right now, because what they did was for public face, the Nation paid for her defense. Betty Shabazz and Farrakhan, they both came out on stage together. I believe it was at the Apollo. They did a fundraiser, this, that, and the other. And Farrakhan ain't worked with the feds or whatever the fuck the case may be. And that's how Malcolm X's daughter ended up beating that case because he ain't cooperating. And they paid for his defense. You know what I mean? But again, like I said, to how you say disdain. But did Farrakhan have something to do? Absolutely. Farrakhan was young as hell. Did he have something to do? Absolutely not. But motherfuckers knew why it happened. You know what I mean? Because again, Malcolm started, the same people, the white man, just didn't know, you started running your mouth to. Like I said, Malcolm was very bitter about him, quote unquote, you know what I mean, when he got put out of his house and, with his family. And when, you know what I mean, I put this nation on my back for 12 years. I'm not saying he's right or wrong. I wouldn't have did it like that, but I'm saying, but that's just me. But that's the real, like, the motherfuckers that romanticize and fantasize, I have this picture painted, X1, you know what I mean? But, you think about this, right? At the end of the day, and I want you to use mine. All these, pro-black organizations, whether it's the Black Panthers, this, that, and the other, the government came down and shut that shit down, right? But you still got the Nation of Islam around.
Damn.
You know what I mean? Back then, because again, they was still, quote unquote, in them streets, and you know what I mean? Doing what they was doing. You know what I mean? And I'm not gonna, get into a whole bunch of conspiracies. But you think a bunch of other pro-black motherfuckers then got shut up and shut down. Hey, these motherfuckers still had their hands sitting knee deep in the streets. And again, these are a bunch of street niggas that came home from prison. And that's the real. Like I'm saying, I'm from this city. I'm telling you what, like it's like everybody know, like you know what I mean, where it came from, what happened, what they were doing. You know what I mean? My father was part of the Nation, and I know that nigga was a piece of shit. You know what I mean? What he used to do. I'm just telling you some real shit. Malcolm started running his mouth, not on TV. On TV, he was talking about Elijah Muhammad. Well, Elijah Muhammad is not a righteous man. He's a hypocrite. He doesn't live by what he said. He's a married man. He got all these young women that's pregnant for him. Yeah, I found a lot of them had a bunch of young bitches. They ain't one got his head knocked off. Malcolm started talking about that street shit. You know what I mean? They can get a nigga 25, 30. You understand what I'm saying? So, yeah, but that's, like I said, you watch the documentary, they're going to get you exclusive. Once you watch the documentary, you take it with what I said. Because you even when the documentary, you see the guy, it's like 6-part going around, talking, everybody know, a lot of them old heads, they still got a lot of disdain for Malcolm because of what he was doing. You know what I mean? These motherfuckers are old now, but the same, you know, you talking about, and I'm not pricking sides, you know what I mean? But the same pro-blacks you talk about, now you talking with the other man to put your brother man away, you know what I mean? Or whatever the fuck the case may be. That's the real. Now, there are a few documents you can talk about that say that, but they don't go into depth like that about how the nation was, pimping, still had pimps and, you know what I mean, and, selling, smacking this, that, and the other. I was none to watch until I read that magazine. You know what I mean? I know these, like I said, these in there with a bunch of street niggas, you know what I mean? I knew that. My daddy was a street nigga. He was part of the Nation of Islam, right? You know what I mean? That nigga was a killer. But I said it to say this, though, right? But when old boy, put in I believe it was either Don Diva or the Feds magazine talking about how much smack they was selling out the back of the mosque, this, that, and the other. I was like, damn, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, whatever, you know what I mean? It was just this one mosque. I was like, nah. And I'm not going to say his name while I'm recording, but joking these stream like, nah, this is what we did to get money. Like, you know what I mean? Like, black motherfuckers ain't money like that. You know what I mean? Like, the fun been not saying they took it, put it back to some good, to some use. It is what it is. But that was a no-no what he started doing. That was about him. It wasn't so much. If you watch the movie of Malcolm X, they make it seem like he went to Mecca and this, that, and the other. He seen Muslims from all races and walks of life, Chinese, white Muslims, this, that, and the other. You know what I mean? Nah. You know what I mean? And he came back and he had a new attitude from, nah. When Malcolm lost his home, they put it, which again, the nation shouldn't have did. That was kind of petty. They should just left the man alone. Let him do his own thing. But it was crazy. Malcolm was gaining so much momentum and had the air and the power of the young people in the streets. He had the air, you know what I mean? He just didn't have the money. Like, mind you, Malcolm used to go to Harvard and speak, yell, and just be having all these different debates and shit with these, with motherfuckers with college degrees. And Malcolm used to shut him down because, again, he was. I'll give you an example. You ever seen that brother, what's his name, Brother Polite?
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
When Polite. But you got Signet. I'll give you an example. You got Signet TV, right? Signet is the platform. I'm not saying Signet don't know a little bit of the history. Not a lot of the shit. But he can't put that shit together like Polite. Like Polite is well versed in criminals and put that shit together. How you sit back there thinking. That's how Malcolm was, you know what I mean? But you know what I mean? So again, like it had to let bygone by bygone. Nobody ended up winning at the end of the day because that really tore the nation apart and put a black cloud over their shit for so long. But again, I said to say this is a good documentary. But you know what I mean? And he wouldn't have did that documentary if Unc was still living. You know what I mean? Wouldn't able to walk around because it's saying Unc wasn't no motherfucking. I'm just being real. I'm just I'm saying anybody can say anything happen, right? But to feel freely. Because even when he was talking, like some people was like, bro, I ain't about to like, man, what the fuck was you doing, bro? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if Unc got sons or whatever the fuck, but it was crazy when they confronted Cory Booker with this shit. Cory Booker, like, yo, yeah, his supposed killer, he's in your ad when in the city. He's like, oh, I didn't know he was in it. Everybody know Unc what Unc was about, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Unc wasn't no motherfucking joke. And he carried himself that way, you know what I mean? Like, that's just a known, in the city and shit, but, you know what I mean? God, I hear all the Farrakhan. I'm looking on Facebook, like, not to say, like, motherfuckers so dumb. The government had did this, the government had him killed, and this, that, and the other. Like, like, black, they quickly talking about, quick to deal with the conspiracy. Oh, Kobe Bryant, yeah, he was suing this pharmaceutical company, and they had him, like, bro, we be all over the place with that shit, man. I ain't saying that conspiracies don't happen, it's just that and the other. You see my brother.
Everything, no.
Yeah, they be going too far left. You see my brother Poster, he been back since that broom stood up. You know what I mean? Because they caught him with no gravity. Post been MIA.
That's just fucking funny.
Yeah, man. Neff been writing the gun at nigga about that shit. But yeah, I just broke it down for you in about 15 minutes. But it's a good documentary though.
I'm gonna watch it tonight.
No, that's 6 parts. You ain't gonna watch this couple parts. But it's
I thought it was like one long one.
Nah, it's like a couple parts. But it's well put together though. I can tell you this thing. But again, the fact that, that he was able to move around in this city like that for freely. Not saying freely, and nobody ain't do nothing to Unc. Old boy, you know what I mean? Which you find out that Unc ain't here no more. You know what I mean? Like, you can run around asking these questions, like, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of motherfuckers that are still living from back in the era still feel some type of way about Malcolm, bro. Like, it's crazy. Like, it's like a fucked up, you know what I mean? Like, something like, you know what I mean? Like my man uncle was like, man, what you gotta let the sleeping dogs lie, man? What you know, dead no man, come on, what you doing, man? You know what I mean? Like, brother, like you trying to get yourself, like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, like, dang, you know what I mean? Whether they still loyal to the nation or whatever the fuck the case may be, I'm just saying, like, you know, like a lot, you know, they can, you know, religion. I don't really believe in that religion shit, but these are street niggas. They live by a different code. You know what I mean? Like, bro, what is you doing? Like, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, you know, you can tear this whole thing of what we got, what you talking about. You know what I mean? To these boys, this, that, and the other. But yeah, man, that's what did it, man. Now listen, man, you can go back to your peers, man, give them that story, man. Like, damn, Vaughn got the juice. You probably have a bad couple bitches with that story, Vaughn. You know what I mean? Like, damn, you smart. How you know that? Yeah, but I said I was laughing with Malcolm X's assassin. Real talk, man. It's the realest shit I ever wrote. Moms be laughing with Malcolm X's assassin. You know what I mean? I'm not saying it's funny, but that's the truth, though. You know? How you can say that's a small world, ain't it, right? That motherfucker, like, you know what I mean? Like, damn, be out kind of be to actually know the motherfucker that did something. I mean, like Malcolm X. You think of Malcolm X? Got his name everywhere, picture everywhere. Yeah, work out in the gym. Now, what's crazy, the gym is since it's closed now. You know what I mean? He passed away. You know what I mean? His wife, I don't know if his wife was dead, but they had it. Of course, they used to get a bunch of grants and money from the city. It's crazy how they take money, like, you know, why the kids do so much crime. There's so much shit they take out of the inner cities, you know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. You know? Like, it's crazy. I was thinking, like, man, you know what I mean? But I don't even want to say, I said, man, I need to invest in a little startup, give me a little gym or something, teach the kids. But I ain't got the patience. Knucklehead motherfuckers, man. You take your time. Because I know I was like that, man. You take your time and effort, you know what I mean? Getting the motherfucker and running, you know what I mean? And, you know, like, you know what I mean? That should take time. Like, you know what I mean? Like, motherfuckers sit and dedicated to their craft. And tell motherfuckers, you know, I understand boxing. I mean, basketball and football is good. It's cool. Not everybody can do it. But this right here, nigga, you, like, there's one thing, boxing, which is sad, is only sport that's not governed. What I mean by that is, like there's no retirement fund. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not governed by... It's not governed by the government. Like, you know, and how the NBA has a this, that, and the other, and the players get a pension. Like, boxing is not like that, man. And it's sad. That's why a lot of fighters, fight past their prime. I know a lot of them, right? Like Ray, like Ray Mercer, Charles Murray. They were called the triple threat back then. Ray Mercer, Charles Murray, and Alfred Ice Cold. You know what I mean? The triple threat. They, you know, Tommy Parks had them. Mercer, and I think Charles Murray, I don't know if he was on the Olympic team. Oh man, I think Ray Mercer won the gold, but he was heavyweight back then. But anyway, Alfred Ice Cold, they was, you know what I mean? But anyway, but what way fighters think, even Shannon Briggs, you know what I mean? Shannon owe me some motherfucking money too. Look, bro, look that bum. Let's go, champ. You can get my money, right? And he got my hand weights. But to make a long story short, the way they feel like they always gonna have another big fight coming. Like, they always gonna be, like, you know what I mean? Like, this is not gonna be the last. Like, you know what I mean? That's why a lot of motherfuckers keep fighting past they prime. Like, that why these niggas be, they money be, they don't, like you said, you know what I mean? Them paydays don't last forever. You know what I mean? You know, you get the right motherfucker.
You're not spending your money, right?
But not even so much. I'll give you an example, right? Why they run into tax trouble, right? Let me give you another list. Say if you fight for $1 million, right? How much you think your trainer gets? I respect no. I respect Bernard, but Bernard Hopkins is a piece of shit. Bernard Hopkins is a piece of shit. Listen, this is real facts. Bernard Hopkins' first real big payday is when he fought Felix Trinidad, right? Couple $1 million, right? So by law, we talking about law, my nigga, your trainer gets 10%. So if you fight for $1 million, legally your trainer gets 10%, right? So that's 100,000, right? Cool, you know 100,000, right? But how fighters run into money or trouble, right? Because they don't take the taxes out of that $1 million right up front. They take it and spend it. But your trainer gets 10%. Hear it out. Your manager gets 33 and a third. So you take that 10%, you add it with that 33 and a third. That's 43%. So that's down near half your money before taxes. You know what I mean? I will give Floyd this though. You know, Floyd was smart enough to surround himself with the right people. Now, whether he do with that money, because he ran into some tax issues too. You know what I mean? Money is just why he came back and fought Marquez and when he came back out of retirement at the time, right? You're like, how could you blow 25 million, this, that, and the other? Niggas gotta realize this too, or Hammer, that I give you an example. So I remember when I first started working my only job, right? I said, man, I give the $500, I'll be straight a week, but your bills don't stay the same. You understand what I'm saying? They like I used to tell these niggas on YouTube, man, you ain't got no $12,000 piece. You just did that and the other. Nigga, you can't confuse my lifestyle with your lifestyle. You know what I mean? Just because you got $100 million, you're not living like the same Vine that worked at the what do you call it, at the chicken, the Waffle House. You know what I mean? You got to you know what I mean? You can say, oh man, I don't need them cars, but you living different. You spending it. Who the fuck Mike is that? You living different. You spending different. You know what I mean? Like this shit changed. You know what I mean? If you can make that type of money and keep the same lifestyle you got now, then fine. Yeah, everything copacetic. You know what I mean? But you ain't living the same. You know what I mean? Like your bills. You know what I mean? The more you make, the more you spend. The more higher your bills. You know what I mean? Shit, that's just how it go. You know what I mean? Look at Parker. Parker got them taxes. Bought that PC.
Man, shut your ass up.
Damn, my bad. I thought Parker was gone. My bad, Parker. I mean, talk about you on your back. Me, God, forgive me.
Hey, Parker, jump on that card, brother.
Fuck you, nigga.
He traded that in for his mouse and keyboard, bro. He had to get that PC.
No, I said that for
He said, "No, I ain't trade that one in, but no, but I
was
was
better this one."
So, Z, what's your opinion? What's your thoughts on that news that just came out?
About what?
The Sony shit. You ain't said about they don't know they spending too much money.
See, I told
the article. It just came out
you
like
mean
2 hours
Pony's
ago.
mad?
Oh yeah, we
Pony's mad.
Look, I'm gonna do a I'm gonna do a show on it tomorrow. But here's the thing. When I do those, like we do the show, the Pony Candy thing. And again, one thing about me, bro. It's okay to have a show and be funny and bug the fuck out. But I been keep telling these motherfuckers it's a business. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? Like my man, like P-Rock, my brother, like sometimes he be guilty of doing this shit, not understanding it. It's a business, bro. And I tell motherfuckers, why do you Sony's not successful as they were because they sold 100 million consoles. No, the reason why they make much money, they sold way more consoles with the PlayStation 2 and way more software. It's from the software and services, bro. Like, motherfuckers still want to use this shit as, they don't have to do because this, that, and the other. Like, brother, you're not understanding me. Even with the PlayStation nowadays, or them putting shit on PC. Like, bro, it's not sustainable. You know what I mean? Like, I keep trying to tell motherfuckers this. And me just meeting, basically, outside of the fanboy shit, and me just talking to people within it. I tell motherfuckers all the time. Like, sometimes I'll be doing these shows, and, like, motherfuckers be in my DM, like, what the fuck is they? And I'll be bugging and shit, I'll be laughing, like, yo, bro, like, you not understanding. Even with the fucking MLB, the baseball thing. And, like, motherfucker, what's like time to tell you, none of these niggas had no inside. What's that guy, Colin Morgan, said, well, the MLB would, no, that's not true. Nothing stopped EA or Sony. Only deal that Sony had with the MLB was they can only make a first-party exclusive baseball game. That's it. You know what I mean? Sony,
you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. No one sent it to me about they're losing money. They said,
they said, they said they got some shortage on some of the specs. They try and put it in the PlayStation.
Yeah, they consolidated the loss, but it's a business. I keep trying to tell motherfuckers, there's no money. It's the fucking software.
I think it's a flash memory though.
And
the DRAM.
So basically, it might have to sell the console at $500.
It should be $500. It's next gen system.
Yeah, I told them it was going to be. Company's biggest headache is showing to reliable Sony DRAM and flash memory with both high demand is smart for me. But also too, Sony has their own proprietary SSD. You know what I mean? I'm telling motherfuckers again, like you know what I mean? Like Sony traditionally for their own fucking memory card, they've always been kind of high. Like if you thinking you're gonna listen, I keep telling motherfuckers, well, it's gonna sell $400. Listen, or even Microsoft. If they gave you a 4T flop console at $400, right? Or even 1.3, what the fuck you think you gonna get a 10 or whatever the fuck it's gonna be called at $400? They gotta be realistic here, man. Like, bro,
people really thought that PS5 was
niggas going with that shit. Sony
I'm gonna say this: if it is $500,
that shit gonna be $500, bro.
Well, if it shit should at least be 10 teraflops at least. God damn, they charging that type of money.
Not
easy, bro.
no, but I mean, 10, it's gonna be whatever 10. But you also gotta realize it's a beefier CPU. You understand what I'm saying? The CPU. You know, the RAM. You know what I mean? All this shit make it a little faster. You know what I mean? And they got their own proprietary. You know what I mean? Again, that's a lot. Even in say 10, let me realize that that's a lot of fucking in a closed environment. I said that's a lot of mustard on a hot dog. That's nothing. See, the problem really why the Pro and the X were more or less held back. Well, they're not next generation console. They was just made to run what you got a little faster. You know what I mean? But now you talking about shit built from the ground up for this right here in a closed environment, closed in the middle. Like bro, that's gonna be look like even that game. I just did. I don't know if you saw my video on Shameless Plug. I just did a my reaction.
The Outsiders game.
Yeah, bro. That's look. I know they was running on high end peak, but if that's just a scratch of what we got to come on next generation console, like bro, that's like, you know what I mean? It's not to see like motherfuckers will be wanting the world like console. That's one thing I'll be understanding about console gamers. They be wanting motherfucking everything. You know what I mean? For nigga for $400, what the fuck? Like, bro, like, come on. You think you gonna get a fucking a 12 goddamn nuclear bomb for Microsoft less than $500? Like, bro, what the fuck is going on here? You know what I mean? They want everything, but don't want to spend no fucking money. Like, bro, that's why these motherfuckers stay on console. Like, you know what I mean? PC. That's when my man P-Rock was talking. This shit was like, yeah, well, Microsoft told you, bro. Microsoft exclusive is dog shit, bro. I don't want to deal with the headache of gaming on PC and all that shit, bro. I want to keep my shit simple. Sit down on my ass and plug and play and bug the fuck out with my brothers. And 9 times out of 10, when those consoles come out, that PS5 and that Xbox Series, they gonna dog walk the shit out of a lot of goddamn PCs. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? If you look, bro, if you look at the fucking, how you say, the 1% motherfucker, or the take, a lot of motherfuckers ain't even gaming in 1080p on. Look at poor little Buck. God bless his soul. That Xbox S I sent his ass choked the shit out of his PC. Now I'm just saying, like, you know, motherfuckers be talking that shit. They don't be having that shit, bro. We gotta keep that bitch at speed, man. I'm fine with my motherfucking, you know, whatever. Like I said, if it wasn't for me being a YouTube quote-unquote content creator, you know what I mean, and streaming and shit, like, bro, I could have had a 2060 on my rig. I just got a sweet deal on my fucking PC, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? A discount. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit, bro.
I don't mind paying $500.
Yeah, I'm like I said.
I ain't gonna lie. I just hope that shit don't get delayed though. They talking about this shit might get delayed.
Oh yeah, because of that shit. But I'm
not because of that. No, because of the shortage of the parts.
You know, I'm just saying. But you know, but whatever the fuck the case may be, bro. That's when they went.
PlayStation got to put some news out though. They been too quiet.
I fucked up. Why just did that dumb shit?
I think they gonna say something after that Bloomberg
article. I'm gonna do a show on that tomorrow. But I said it to say this though, right? That's why when they announce these motherfuckers, I'm telling y'all niggas, I'm gonna drop 100 or 50 on just to reserve the motherfuckers, and every month I pay something on it. So by the time the bitches come out, I ain't gonna own nothing. I'm gonna have a motherfucker time of my goddamn life, bro. Me playing all that shit.
Be honest, is there still a chance that the PlayStation 5 might be more powerful though?
I don't think so, but I don't care. The game's gonna look good, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Here's the thing: once it come up for, you know what I mean? Once it ain't but so much Sony can go back and change. The GPU, they can put a little more RAM and tweak the CPU a little bit. But, you know what I mean, we talking about billions of investment, you know what I mean? If that was the case, all the goddamn money Microsoft, when it came out the PS4, would be a little more powerful. Bro, you know, it take years to R&D to make sure that motherfucker ain't overheat, and they done paid for that patent or whatever the fuck they using from AMD.
They just said they put a special cooling system in it too in that article.
Yeah, you know what I mean? They can just go back and change and they be bugging with that shit. That's not how business works, man. Or they can just come back and change it and put another, like, what they gonna pay all these billions of dollars to make it a half a gig more? Like, y'all motherfuckers bugging. Like, sometimes, bro, I'll be like, this console war shit, bro, it be funny, but niggas be tweaking, bro. Like, yo, what the fuck? Like, niggas like Maziago and shit, man. He ain't, bro. Hey, I talking about capping just be capping, bro. They ran that nigga shit back, bro. I don't even think Maze got a PS4.
Oh yeah. I was on that when we did it. Yeah, he don't play none of the games.
All right, bro. I'm not mistaken. I think I bought a Maziago's PS3. Yeah, the PS2 or some shit. That's
what I'm saying. I be joking around shit, but I feel like it's shit weird when you do all that cap and not playing none of the games you capping for. That's weird to me.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
But nigga was crying over MLB. I said, hey, who's your favorite baseball player?
I don't know. I don't play it.
I get booty.
It's just the like y'all motherfuckers just be bugging, bro. Like my other no be out there too. What's that nigga named J Love? I gotta get he another one gonna be weird. Yo, this what I don't be understanding, right? Like bro, like motherfuckers, want Microsoft to go. Like I'm not me capping. Do you know how unhealthy that is for gaming? That's when it should be something a little weird to me, bro. Like,
did y'all run his record?
no, I don't even care. But I'm just saying, bro. That's when you know the shit be spooky. You know how healthy that. Like, you know how healthy that shit is for gaming, bro.
I just be fun. I mean, I understand talking shit just for fun. They be serious though.
Yeah, like bro, we said like y'all niggas tweaking. Or if
Hey,
you
bro,
say
I really
something,
feel like, bro, it be some cats that wake up like pissed at Xbox. That's what I be.
don't get me wrong. It's good for shows. Don't get me wrong. Good for views and good for shows.
Yeah,
but like, bro, that's when it should be a little spooky to me, bro. Like I be sitting, I be laughing, like, bro, like, do you not know how healthy that is for gaming? And when I say shit like that, like this may just be fucking.
Watch. If Microsoft have a good E3 showing, bro. Watch.
I hope they do, but all gamers should hope that.
Watch how many people.
Yeah, but that should make
Sony. I don't think they is. I think they gonna fucking shit the bed.
I hope they don't. But I'm saying as for this is what I'm saying about as being a gamer. You understand what I'm saying? You should want them to go out there and punch Sony dead in their goddamn mouth. That's gonna make Sony get on their shit. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, bro, y'all niggas be tweaking. Like, damn. I wish Nintendo went out there and made some hard shit, bro.
PS Now is $10 now. That bitch was $19.99. The reason why, because of competition.
Game Pass, you know what I mean? They put motherfuckers like bro. I said, bro, you imagine there was no Xbox, right? What's insensitive for Sony to give you a price drop at fucking Black Friday? You think about stuff like that? They ain't got no competition. What's you know what I mean? They ain't got to do a fucking a price cut.
They talk about Sony like it's a person. Sony learned their lesson.
Like, bro, like, yo, that's when I know shit be a little spooky sometimes. Like, niggas just be saying shit that don't think. Like, bro, I don't care. Like, don't get me wrong. With Sony, I'm telling niggas, like, Xbox always had shit on PC. Like, yeah, just make it big. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna put my shit on console. I don't give a fuck what's this. I'm gonna put my multi-plats on the console. If Microsoft do put something out I'm gonna play that bitch. I don't give a fuck about that shit. Frank, I play with my friend, man. That's, bro, I don't give a fuck. I am a console gamer.
It was Tsunami was wilding, bro. Talking about.
Oh, the Tsunami, the Xbox version of Amaziago, if we being honest. They don't be doing no gaming either.
He said, Anthem Unfair. It's not a challenge because you can fly in the air and shoot. Like,
you ain't even played the game, bro. Like, Tsunami was on that coke that day. Well, technically, I watched the mix streamer for an hour and a half, so I know what the game was about. Like, bro, what the fuck? We can't just fly all day. They ain't that easy to shoot your ass out that sky. I'm over here in the back of the map. Bring me back, yo. Shit, try that flying away. That's what we want. Hey, yo, like niggas just, I think, just hopped on the hate or ban Anthem. Anthem wasn't in the story. But the story was dog shit. Don't get me wrong. The story was dog shit. I don't know what, even though we beat this shit, Noah, I still can't tell you what the story was doing. But the gameplay and us playing, even getting that suit, and they nailed that shit. And you know what I mean?
The flight, bro.
Yeah, but I think they fucked up. We played it on hard, and we all played it. Of course, us playing together made it more fun. And we played. I think we played it the hardest difficulty, whatever. They didn't support at launch, but like I said, with enough content, with raids, with weapons. You know what I mean? I think but the gameplay, they know that shit. Like they got that shit off. I would love to see them do an Iron Man game, bro, and getting that suit flying around like that shit was hot.
Yeah, that Avengers looks straight trash.
Oh, I ain't check it out. I'm gonna check it out.
Iron Man.
If you took Anthem flying the people that made Anthem made Iron Man, and then the people that made God of War, Santa Monica did Thor.
Patreon exclusive.
Like, that shit would be like